What's up, everybody? It's Austin here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the best slasher build in 2K17. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to make a new player, and once you're going to want to make a new player, you're going to want to pick point guard. Now the reason you're not going to pick small forward is because point guards are faster, and if you increase their wingspan all the way, they can do just as much dunking as a small forward. So I pick point guard. You're obviously going to want to pick slasher, and you're going to make him 6'3". As you can see, that the only things that this really increases is your contact driving and standing dunk, which is a key aspect of the slasher. And although everything else goes down, it doesn't really matter. Max the wingspan, you're not going to be shooting much as a slasher, so it doesn't really matter. It actually increases your layups and dunks, even though it doesn't physically say it. Max out your weight, even though the speed doesn't matter at all. It doesn't change at all besides one attribute point. Shoulder width, you're gonna max it out. This actually does help with your dunks. It doesn't say it, but it does. And then doesn't really matter what hand. There's a little myth going around 2K that if you make your person left-handed, he can shoot better. So I mean, I'm left-handed, so I'm just gonna make him left, and obviously your number doesn't matter at all. Alright, now that we're in my career, I'm gonna show you what you should upgrade with the slasher. So first off, what you should do when you go to your upgrades, you should max out layups and dunks in your agility. This will make you faster, give you a higher vertical, and obviously allow you to complete more driving dunks and contact dunks and all the types of contact scoring in the paint. You're also going to want to upgrade your mid-range as much as possible and your playmaking, because if you don't upgrade your playmaking a lot, you're going to be slower with the ball in your hand, and you're going to be getting ripped a lot and stripped from lockdown defenders and other positions. Your defending and your strength don't really matter too much, but the other thing is your shooting off dribble. Now, this is for all you slashers out there that do want to shoot. If you want to make this slasher a type of slasher that can shoot pretty consistently off the dribble, nonetheless, upgrade your shooting off dribble all the way. I did, just because three-pointing, post-scoring, and your rebounding are pretty much useless to upgrade for a slasher, especially being 6'3". So I just maxed this out, so if I want to shoot, I can shoot off the dribble perfectly fine. These are the badges that you can get. Obviously have them all Hall of Fame. And what badges you're going to want to get. You're going to want to get, obviously you're going to want to get these 5 badges Hall of Fame, which are Posterizer, 1 minute fast break, Teardropper, Relentless Finisher, and Acrobat. You're going to want to get your Grand badge. This is going to be a grind to get. It's going to take about, I don't know, for me it took about 12 games. You're going to want to get, if you want to shoot off the dribble, you're going to want to get Corner Specialist, Difficult Shots, Tireless Score. Some of these badges I just have because I was bored and went for them. You don't really need them. Pick and Roll Maestro was a really good badge to have. What else we got? Pickpocket, everybody gets. Lob City Finisher, since you're a slasher, is probably a must-have badge. I mean, if you're a small forward, you can get this badge Hall of Fame instead of, I believe it's Teardropper you don't get, but don't quote me on that. Alright, so the first badge you're going to want to go for is Posterizer. Now, the reason you want to go for Posterizer first is because whenever you get a contact dunk, it all counts towards Relentless Finisher as well, because it also goes towards a contact layup attempt. Now, for Posterizer, what you're going to want to do is you're going to get 15 attempt contact dunk animations. Now, you don't have to make the dunk, you just have to be in the process of doing the animation. You have to do this 15 times to get the bronze badge, and in order to get the Hall of Fame badge, you have to do it around a total of 60 times. Alright, so the second badge you're going to want to go for is Relentless Finisher. Now, Relentless Finisher helps you complete contact layups and is probably the best badge you can get as a slasher. You make so many contact layups with this badge, especially when you have it on Hall of Fame, it's not even funny. And in order to get this badge, you're going to want to attempt 75 contact layups. Again, it's attempts, so they don't actually have to go in. And to get this Hall of Fame, you're going to want to attempt around 300 contact layups. Now, for me, this badge actually did take quite a bit. If you take around 50 contact layups, you drive in the paint 50 times a game. And I mean, I'd say about 50+% of those are going to be contact layups. I mean, it's going to take you probably 6 games, 7 games to get a Hall of Fame. It's not the biggest grind as some of the other badges, but it is quite a grind. But again, it is the most useful badge, in my opinion, that a slasher can get Hall of Fame. Alright, so the third badge you're going to want to go for is Teardropper. Now, Teardropper is probably, you can also get Teardropper Hall of Fame on a shot creator, and Teardropper is probably one of the most underutilized badges you can get in this entire game. Now, what Teardropper is it pretty much makes it so you can make runners and floaters about 10 times easier than you normally would. Especially if you have a Hall of Fame, you're going to make them half the time. Now, nobody really does floaters in this game. I'm not sure why, but it's, as long as you have the badge Hall of Fame, you're going to be making almost every single one of them that you take. And in order to get it bronze, you have to attempt 50 teardroppers shots, so you have to pretty much attempt 50 floaters or runners in one game. I mean, not one game, in one season. And to get Hall of Fame, you have to do around 200 attempts. So again, remember, attempt, you do not have to make the shot. Alright, so the fourth badge you're going to want to get is you're going to want to go for Acrobat. Now, Acrobat is, it's sort of like Relentless Finisher in the way that it helps you complete layups, but it's not contact layups. It helps you with like acrobatic style layups, you know, layups where you have to swing your arms around in order to avoid the block, and reverse layups and Euro steps and stuff like that. So, first off, as you see, I unlock a badge right there. I don't even know what that badge is, to be honest, but to get Acrobat, the easiest way to do it is there's actually two ways you can do it. The first way is you can get 15 reverse layups and 4 chain shot layups, which means you twirl the right stick while you're in the process of doing a layup. Now you can do, you can do 15 of them reverse layups, or you can do the 4 chain shot layups and multiply each of those by 4 to get it Hall of Fame. Or you can do what I do, and you can do, I think I'm gonna say it's 50 acrobatic layups. So if you do 50 like Euro steps off the fast break, or 50 Euro steps in general, and you make them 50 times, that's going to give it to you bronze. 200 will give you Hall of Fame. And Acrobat, just like Teardropper, is probably one of the most underutilized badges. Nobody really does, you know, acrobatic layups. Like, here's an example of one right there. And of course it goes in, because, you know, Hall of Fame badges with the slasher are just so overpowered in my opinion. Alright, and the fifth and final badge is One Man Fast Break. Now, every My player, every person you come across is going to have this badge just because it's so easy to get. Now, all you want to do to get this badge is score 75 times off of the fast break. And that gives it to you bronze, so you're going to want to do it about 300 times to get a Hall of Fame. This badge, in my own opinion, it's not really needed. I mean, like I said, every player is going to have this badge just because of how easy it is to get steals in this game. So, you just get the ball off of the fast break and you score. I mean, my opinion, I don't really see, you know, the need for the badge. I mean, it's obviously a good badge to have. It helps you, you know, score off of the fast break, obviously. But it isn't really a necessity in terms of the badges you want with a slasher. So, but it's still pretty good to get. And the easiest way to do it, you just gotta get a steal, run down the court and score, or, you know, run down the court off of a rebound or something. And, you know, like I said, it's not most beneficial, but it's still really good to have. And one final thing, if you're going for these badges, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put your game speed up at 100, and you're also going to want to put your difficulty on rookie. So to do that, you just go to settings, you go to right here, it'll say whatever you normally play on. You put it to rookie, you put this to 12 minutes, and then you want to put your game speed to 100. Now, in order to do that, you just have to go to your My Player appearance, and then once this loads up, hit circle or B if you're on Xbox. Just abort the changes, and then go to settings. Actually, whoops. You have to save them. My bad. So you have to save, accept changes. Once it does this, you go to settings, and the game speed will pop up, and you just put that up to 100. And this will make the badge grind so much more faster, and you can get so many more, you know, of whatever you're trying to do in one game. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Austin, aka Audie James. See you next time.
Yo, DJ, put a nigga back to the record, baby, and give me this right now.